Who's your name? I don't think I.
I'm Silex, leader and president of Kolthar.
Long ago, there existed several families. First, there was the Redding family, noble blood, whose riches and influence stretched throughout across the land. Then there was the Foxfire Order, whose invisible hand rolled the dice of every civilization before it. Then there was the Imp family, which I must be honest I know little of. Suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, the Foxfire Order stabbed the back of everyone. The Imp family, the Redding family, even Zion, the Great Sustainer. You're familiar with the name?
Absolutely. I've met her granddaughter. I don't know how many
Aye.
greats.
Well, the Queen of the Foxfire Order goes by the name of Miyu.
I've met her, or at least a descendant of her.
Well, I'm getting to that. Hundreds of years later, after that Miyu's decision to cause the apocalypse, we're in this mess. Now, it seems that the ghosts of the past have come back in full swing. The Redding family, the Foxfire Order now going by the Vanguard, led by a woman named Miyu. And lastly, the Imp family has returned as well, led by a Silinx. This war that has begun is a secret war. Conspiracy, lies, and deception. A cycle that has continued beyond hundreds of years. Now, on to more recent history. 'Twas not until a few days ago did Silinx make his first move. You see, the Vanguard, being led by a woman named Miyu, is suspected to have something to do with this apocalypse. So she approached Silinx and offered to turn herself in. As you might have guessed, this Miyu is directly related to the Miyu that caused the apocalypse. Even more so, Miyu, the Vanguard leader, is the queen of the Foxfire Order. She is an immortal and has been alive for over 200 years.
Oh my gosh.
Mew might know a little bit more than me. Yeah, Mew's traveled a lot longer than me.
I did not know
Aye.
such a thing was possible.
This is a very curious land, but I'm sure you have seen so with your own eyes. So the trial began. Silinx's plan was to use Miyu, the creator of the apocalypse, as an example. He was going to put her on display, install some kind of biochip in her brain, and use this as a way of shaming her, controlling her publicly. Carried throughout history as the hero, the one who stopped Miyu. However, there is another, leader of the Redding family, by the name of Midas. Silinx invited Midas to the trial, as an attempt to get a reaction out of him, possibly of outrage, capturing his rival that betrayed his family hundreds of years ago. So the trial was held. Miyu confessed to everything. To the apocalypse, to the Foxfire Order, to the betrayal. You see, Lady Miyu, throughout her hundreds of years, has changed. She no longer sees the world in the ultimatums that she once believed in. She knows everything in this world changes, one way or another. She too had changed. She was tired, exhausted by her sins, and so she sought punishment. However, someone else during that trial had other plans. They shot Midas, and in the confusion, Miyu escaped. And since then, Silinx has been on the hunt for both Midas and Lady Miyu, seeing both of them as a threat to his control. I hope that clears some things up. If you would like some more details, I'd
Well,
be willing to share what I know.
I would like to know whose side you're on.
I'm on the side of a better world, where the cycle of deception and lies is no longer needed, where people can be themselves, peaceful, happy, in unity. That is the side that Duke Gungus serves.
I see.
And how about you, Bert? What side do you think you'll take on this history?
Well, I'm not so sure. I must learn more. I mean, I fear. I wonder if you say you're on the side of a better world. So who do you think most aligns with that view?
Well,
If you had to pick one, you know.
I had to pick. If
Yes.
I had to pick, I believe Sir Redding and Lady Miyu.
I see.
They both know the ins and outs of this world better than anyone. And they're both tired of this cycle. A cycle which a certain young imp seeks to perpetuate for reasons I don't quite understand, other than perhaps this is all he thinks the world can be.
I see.
As I've mentioned before, this war we fight is a secret well, it was a secret one. It is against my knightly teachings. My knightly teachings speak of honor and honesty. So these cycles of espionage, of finding proxy men to do the willing of higher powers, it is lost on me. Seeing the way that Lady Miu had changed made me realize, behind the guns and the suspicion and the eyes of the dead, we're all just people. We're all in the same boat. Being a duke, you also must realize that there's a certain way you must proceed in the present to secure a better future.
Well, thank you so much for this information. You have opened my eyes to a world I had previously not known of.
I just wish it was under better circumstances. But honestly, I had heard of someone living nearby mine castle. I intended on meeting you one day. I just wish it was under more welcoming circumstances.
I must ask, originally, this place did belong to Miyu. She was the first person I met, and her base was right where your base stands. And yet, she is gone and you are here. So you seem to have interacted at least, or something, right?
Aye, so Lady Miyu is the same Miyu that caused the apocalypse, betraying the Great Sustainer, and the noble families as well. Across the hundreds of years and generations, the prince of the Redding family, Midas, had held a grudge, and seeks to enact justice. So, in the better part of the beginning of my time here, I made contact with Midas, a simple happenstance where he recruited me to the cause. He and Miyu fought a fierce battle here, ousted them from this place.
See.
He wished to turn it into a fortress, much like the one you see here, in case Miyu ever returned for retribution, but I saw that as possibly repeating a cycle. You see, my intention with Castle Gunk is an embassy, a place where all are welcome, friend or foe. Even during that war, Lady Miu herself, when we were opponents, entered these walls and discussed matters. We shared food and stories and laughed. That was the purpose of this place. I just wish that impish prince could uphold the same values. He hath already spilt blood within these walls.
I see. I have much to think about, much to recount, much to archive. Thank you so much for this lesson.
Of course, Bert. And if you find yourself in a time of need, you are always welcome in Castle Gunk.
Absolutely. It would be my honor. And you are, if you happen to find any artifacts or notes of history, please let me know and I shall put them in my museum so that future generations may know.
I do have something written by
You
a writer
do?
hundreds of years ago. It is on the nature of this infection that rots the people from the inside out.
Well, I would love nothing more than to preserve it.
'Tis yours, Bet. Consider it a gift on
Oh,
our
thank you.
meeting.
Well, I think it's time for me to bid you adieu. It was very
Alright,
nice meeting
It's
you.
getting late. I'm staying just out alone. 'Twas nice meeting you, Bet. I hope we can see each other again. Over a campfire and a hearty steak.
Absolutely. Adieu.
Good day.
It's interesting, the information he told me. For he told me that it is under my impression that he does not know that Miyu and Silence are allied. He seemed to have mentioned that they were at war or something, but curious indeed. And this is where I was just like, my basement. I have my enchanting table. I don't have a spot for it in my museum yet, but on the nature of decay. And this is where I was just like, so I was testing out blocks. What the heck is this? That wasn't there before. Okay. Well, that was ominous. It's probably nothing. We shall go fishing, 'cause I need food. 'Cause having learned the information, it seems Sir Gunk believes Silence to be a sole antagonist, but it seems he is working with Miyu. I'm wary of bringing up the information I've learned, out of fear of their retaliation, but Silence, Gunky spoke of them as if they were some malicious person, but from my experience, they seem nothing but hospitable. Perhaps, am I naive? The heck, is a sign down here too? I can't see. Okay, this is kind of, it's a little weird, I'll be honest. One sign is one thing, two. Help, please help, can't see. Who is it? I must think of what the information I was told of. There was a lot of it. As a historian, you may know, history is oftentimes written by the victors. So, what one person says is history, the other might say is untrue. I'm still thinking about those signs. Please help me. I can't see. Are they trapped? They can't be. They left a sign. So they have to have free roaming ability. This world is so mysterious. It's been a while since I've had some of this. I mean, we just made a fresh new batch. I mean, surely, might as well, you know? I mean, the dead are all around me. Might as well have some resilience, right? Let's give it a try. Much better. It's crazy, I feel much more myself after taking the vaccine. Oh yeah, the signs. What it was, please help? Then I can't see. So we have I never actually read this. Sickness is not a rot of the body, but of memory. To mend it, you must bind a memory to something stronger than flesh. The cure is real. Of memory, you say? Curious. Well, I think that about does it for today. There's another one, man? I'm so scared. Please help. I can't see. Is there another? That's quite odd. Quite odd indeed. We're gonna ignore that. That's probably nothing, right? Well, it's quite the journey today. We encountered more people, thankfully. We learned a bit of the lore of the land. We almost walked into a major conflict. Next time, we shall finish the museum, if it's not already finished, and then perhaps learn more of the history. Bert Oldman, signing off.